to use the observation strategy. For my content area, physical education and health, I think observation is huge. Um, just because there's a lot of different motor skills and movements that the students have to learn, and I think for a lot of kids that watching people make the movements is going to benefit them and help them to know exactly the movement that they need to do. Just seeing it is going to help them. Um, the book says that using observation is actually supporting your own teaching because it sparks thoughts and reasoning for the students. Whenever they see it, they think about the things that they need to change or why they need to change that because of what they see. Um, the graphic organizer that I chose is a PowerPoint. It's just a quick little PowerPoint about some of the steps and tips for the overhand serve, which is my lesson that I chose to do. Um, so here's my PowerPoint. Like I said, my lesson is on the overhand serve. The reason I chose it, my observation over the overhand serve is going to be used at the end of a unit to assess students' achievements and progress throughout the volleyball unit. I think observing is very beneficial for teachers in physical education because, like I said earlier, a lot of our assessments and things are done on motor skills and developing movements. So being able to see the kids in their progress with the movements and the skills is an easy way to assess, and it's also an easy way to teach and tell them what things they need to change. The steps to the overhand serve, I would go over this with the students. First step, have your feet and legs in an athletic position. Start with the ball in your non-dominant hand. For me, that'd be my left. Toss the ball approximately 1 foot above your eye level. That's a very important step. I have other tips about that later on. Swing your dominant hand in a throwing leg motion. I tried to be simple and understanding with these tips so that they're easy to comprehend and actually do whenever you get the chance. Keep your hand flat and firm through contact with the ball. A lot of kids like to uh, maybe pull their fingers apart or let their wrist give when they hit and the ball doesn't go nearly as far as they want, so that's important as well. And the last thing I have for the steps is to follow through and finish your swing in the direction you're aiming. That's also important because I see a lot of kids, swing left or swing right and they're shanking the ball all over the place. It's just because they're not following through straight through wherever they're aiming to. My next slide is for other tips, just little pointers that may help the kids as well. When it comes to your toss, you want to make sure it's the correct height in a volleyball game. You actually get a one chance to let the ball drop if you did make a bad toss, and I think That's something that a lot of kids don't know. But a bad toss can ruin your serve from the beginning, so you want to make sure you have a good toss. Keep your head still during your swing in order to make solid contact with the ball. This goes for a lot of different sports, especially in volleyball. A lot of kids want to move their head a lot, and what that does is moves your eye level a lot, and it's hard to make solid contact with the ball if you're not getting a solid view of the ball. So I like that little tip as well. And the last thing I have here is to look at your target and decide how much power you'll need to get the ball there. Um, Another thing that happens a lot is kids aren't looking to where they want to hit it. They're just swinging away. It's a lot easier to hit the ball where you want to hit it if you know where you're trying to hit it. So, uh, so I chose the observation really because when I was looking through the book, I saw a lot of cool activities that they had, and letting the kids observe each other is super important. And I saw that it actually worked really well. So for my lesson, I would just have the students in groups of 3 or 4 on the end line, and one at a time have the kids practice their overhand serves, and that way the students are getting to watch their peers do the same motions and skills that they're trying to do, and they can learn from each other. And then once the lesson is over, I would plan on sitting the entire class down and having a group discussion about what things we've learned and what things we need to learn and what things we need to practice. Because I think having a group talk after they've had an entire class to learn from each other and discuss things between one another, being able to discuss it with the teacher or me in this case would secure a lot of their questions and help them really understand what they're doing. So that's my lesson. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks.